Okay, so we're going to add our plaster to our water. I poured my water in here already. I don't know if you can see that or not, but I already have my water in my cup. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add my plaster. Now I'm going to do 1.5 cups of plaster, and I'm going to sift it in there. I'm not going to just dump it all in at once. Kind of sift it in a little bit so it's not clumpy. Okay. I might mix a little bit. You're going to see that it's pretty runny. Okay, but I'm going to mix out those clumps, and I'm going to add the rest of my plaster. I can already tell that this is not going to be thick enough, but I'm going to add it just in case. So this was a half of a cup here. The first one was a full cup. This was a half cup. Again, you're going to mix this with your hands. It's going to get kind of gross, really clumpy. You want to mix it fast. You don't want to dink around. You don't want to take your time on this. You want to work pretty quickly. Stir it, stir it, stir it. Make sure you get all those clumps out. This feels like a pretty good consistency. When I pull my hand out, you can see that it's fully covered in white. See that? It's fully covered in white. That's a pretty good consistency. It's still runny and pourable. So I think I'm going to go with that. Again, you can see that it's on my hands. It's nice, solid color. If it wasn't a solid color, we would want to add more. Okay. So the next thing that I'm going to do then is I'm going to bring back my bucket where I have my plaster or my wax hand in there. Remember, we always add some paper around it to help give it some stability. So set that there, and now I'm going to pour it in. Okay. If I have fingers that kind of curve up underneath it, which I don't, but if I did, I would want to poke just a hole here or there to make sure that the air gets out. Set that back in. All right, now I'm going to pour it slowly down in because I want to make sure that I get into all the cracks. You can already see that this is starting to set up. It's getting pretty thick, so we want to hurry at this point. Okay, next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to shimmy this just a little. We want to get it into all those cracks and crevices. Bang on it a little bit. You'll see that there will be air bubbles that come to the surface. We want to make sure we get all those air bubbles out. And now we're going to let it sit for about 20 minutes to a half an hour, and then we'll check back.